This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, welcome to our training for the new civco.com. We are excited to show you this new website and the objectives that we have with launching this new website, as well as some of the new user features and functionality that all of our end users will now be able to experience through this website. The website is planning to launch on Monday, February the 4th of 2019. And if there are any delays in that launch, we will certainly let you know. Starting off, you can see on the screen the home page. We had 4 key objectives for the civco.com redesign. The first one being that we wanted to add some additional content that was more focused on the clinical and product benefits that our products provide, but also to help with our search rankings, particularly with Google and Bing, which are primarily used in the US, and improve our rankings on those 2 search engines. Our second objective was really around the usability of the site and accessibility of the site. So one key goal for this redesign was making the website mobile responsive. As you all know, people are on their phones, accessing information that way, oftentimes more frequently than on a desktop. So this site will allow users to access the site easily and fluidly on any screen in which they choose. The third objective of the redesign was really once you're on the site to make it easy to find what you're looking for. So I'll show you some of the navigation of the site, but really it's a pretty intuitive, straightforward site to use. And then lastly, we wanted to just update the front-end design and give it a nice, clean, modern look. So with that, I'll get started walking through the site. After Monday, you are welcome to visit on your own and explore, and certainly let us know at Civco if you have any questions or concerns. The URL or the domain is not changing. It will still be civco.com, www.civco.com. What I'm showing you today is based on our development site, so you'll see the URLs or the links here at the top look a little different than what you'll see once the site is launched, but the pages and the content will look similar once live on Monday. So first things first, you'll see the carousel at the top, scrolling between some key 3 objectives or news or product focus that we'd like to share, and that will be an ever-changing part of the website as we bring on new products or focus on key products. You'll then see a product section of the page where you can look by probe covers, probe cleaning and disinfection, ultrasound needle guides, fusion and tracking technology, or transperineal prostate solutions. Those will lead to more content-heavy pages versus catalog, so I'll show you the difference in just a moment. You can also select View All Products, and that will take you directly to the product catalog. Users can also browse information by clinical specialty, and I'll show that in a moment as well. And then they can also go directly to the catalog and view the products that are compatible with a select OEM by just selecting an OEM here, and then it will be directed to the product catalog for that particular OEM. Lastly, on the home page, you'll see an events section below where we will list our webinars as well as our trade shows that we intend to exhibit at. Up here in the top navigation, you'll see some similar information to what you saw on page, just in a different location. So again, the product category information by product category, education and resources. We'll link to our Civ community site where all our resources, clinical resources are housed, as well as our blog, and then another page for that list of events. This is where you can again browse by specialty. Within ultrasound manufacturers, you'll see a page dedicated to the OEMs, and again, you can select an OEM and be directed to the catalog page for that OEM. And those OEM logos are listed in alpha order. An About Us section that really just talks about Civco, who we are, how to work for us, and just some more corporate information in that section. And then lastly, the Contact Us section. And this is where they can view our international distributor partners, such as yourself. And we've grouped these by region. So they can select a region, which then populates this opportunity to select a country or a group of countries. And once they select that country's information will pop up. So let's go back to the home page and dive into some of these sections. So within the product section, as I mentioned, this is really going to be content focused rather than just product focused. So let's start by going into the ultrasound probe covers. And you'll see here, this is really just sort of some content around why ultrasound probe covers are important. So this is really targeted at the folks who maybe don't already know about Civco and our products, but who are searching for solutions to cover their probe. So this really starts at the why it's important, and not just what they need to purchase. From there, you can see these subcategories below. You can also access those in the top navigation that pops up. So if we're interested in general purpose covers, then we start to introduce some of our products that fall within that subcategory. So in this case, Peel Safe Advantage, Intuit are some key products, but then they can also hit this icon below, View General Purpose Ultrasound Covers, and that will also take them to the catalog with that filter already in there. So I will go back to the home page, and you can browse through all of these product categories at your leisure. For the training, I will just focus on the probe covers one because the rest of them are all set up in similar fashion, with the exception of this View All Products, which, as I mentioned earlier, will take you to the catalog where you can select what type of product you're looking for. Also, at any point throughout the site, you can access the search by this magnifying glass icon in the top right corner. So another way to be able to access products and information is by those clinical specialties. So in this case, I selected anesthesia and pain medicine. There's a little bit of content here to give some context in what type of procedures our products are utilized for within that specialty, or what types of products that we carry. From here, they can access our Civ community site, and it takes them to the resources or the blog posts that are specific to that clinical specialty. But then it also provides the product categories that are applicable to that clinical specialty. So in this case, anesthesia, they realized that ultrasound needle guides could be of benefit to them, to which they are then sent to this filtered catalog page where they can browse from there. Okay, once you're in the catalog, you can navigate pretty easily. So even though we're on a filtered list of ultrasound needle guides, you can always use this filters section to the left to either clear your filters or move to a different filtered list. If all else fails, this product catalog icon will always be in the top right corner, and you can always go back to that and navigate from there. And again, your search function is always available as well. So now let's go into, since we're in the catalog, I'll show you some examples of some pages here. So if I click on probe cleaning and disinfection, and I'm just going to show Astra. I know most of you do not distribute the Astra, but for demonstration purposes, I will show that page. So in this case, you will see not much difference from the prior website where you'll have the catalog page with an image, your product title, and then some content on the top. You'll also see product options below as you scroll down, and this is really around the individual part numbers and products, and there will be the description of the product here, as well as the part number, the quantity, and if applicable, the instructions for use. What will also be on these pages, which isn't built out right this moment, but hopefully before Monday will, is the resources and videos that are associated with that product. So any marketing materials or external training resources that are valuable to customers will be housed in this area on that product catalog page. Okay, we're going to go back to the catalog. And since we're already in probe cleaning and disinfection, but I would like to go to the section on needle guides, I will do that through this filter section on the left in the product drop down, and I will go to ultrasound needle guides. So from there you can, continue to filter down. Since we're looking at all guides, you could select by brand, you could select by OEM, you could select by transducer type. Right now we only have endocavity as a specific filter. But let's go ahead and just open, for demonstration purposes, a disposable endocavity needle guide. Currently on the CIVCO website, what we see is multiple pages of all the different part numbers for a product such as the disposable endo guides. But it's really difficult to find what you're looking for if you don't know the exact part number or the exact name of the probe. So this is where the new website will hopefully narrow down what they need a bit easier. So rather than having 50 plus individual pages on the website with basically the same information for all the different disposable endo guides, we've tried to condense them to as few pages as possible. So this image isn't displaying right now, but the image would be here, and it's really just a demonstration image. It's not necessarily, you're not going to see a thumbnail for every single guide or bracket that exists, but they'll get the gist of what it looks like and how it's used. You'll see the content here on page, but then as you scroll down, you'll see on this particular one, there's many, many options because we've condensed them to this one page. What will be available before Monday is also a search function to be able to search these individual items, but it also gives you the option to filter. So we're going to look at GE, and that filters it down, but we still have quite a few options. And then let's pick the IC9. And from there, you've got your two options that work for that particular probe within GE. If you want to get rid of what is currently on there, you just deselect it from the dropdown. And again, you'll see it has the part number, the full description of that particular part number, the quantity, and the IFU. Because the site is built to be as intuitive and user-friendly as possible, there's really not a lot more to show you. What we encourage you to do is once the site is live, we do ask you to go out, play around with the site, visit as many pages as possible. Always let us know if you see something that doesn't seem right or that you know is not right. As we like to say, we like to mimic the TSA agents, say, if you see something, say something. We would rather keep the Civco brand as positive as possible and fix those mistakes before our customers see them, if there are any out there. Likewise, we have in our plan for 2019 to continue building features and enhancements to the site. So if you have any ideas of things to make better or improve for your customers, please let us know. One of the things that we are considering and doing some research on this year is potentially adding some copy to the website that is translated into other languages. So that is something we are considering within our plan for this year. With that, enjoy the new site. Please look for emails and communication from us to come as we roll out new features and enhancements. And please don't hesitate to call your Civco sales rep or email the marketing team with any questions or comments you may have. Thank you.